Hey Taurus, welcome to Aria Moon Tarot, and thank you so much for being here. This is your love reading for anyone with Sun, Moon, or Rising in Taurus. It's a general reading, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. If it doesn't, check your other placements. All right, let's get started. We have the Justice card here, Libra energy. Wow, okay, that's interesting. Justice can really go either way when you're looking for a simple yes or no answer. It kind of depends on what the question is. It kind of depends on if it's a moral issue or if it's not. But in this context, when we are talking about, are they thinking about you too? We have the Justice card. We have the scales here. We have the symbol of balance. So this is actually a really good indication that this person is thinking of you just as much and often in the same way, or at the same time that you're thinking about them. What's interesting is I want to point out the quality of the thoughts that this person might be having about you, because I feel like if you think fondly about this person, Justice energy here is showing me that that is balanced and reciprocated on the other end. And if there are negative thoughts that come up when you think about this person, that's kind of balanced on the other end as well. And there's kind of this feeling of it being kind of equally balanced out. Like if you mostly think of positive memories and interactions when it comes to this person, they mostly think about those type of memories as well. So this is just basically showing that the energy is mirrored, and you know better than anybody what energy is being mirrored, because you know what comes to mind when you think about this person. Interestingly, I just had kind of this like flash of, oh my goodness, it was kind of like a passionate scene, and we'll just say that. I just feel like that just come to mind for you or something. If this is like a romantic connection, and if your thoughts about this person are like really steamy, and this is like you have a lot of late night thoughts about this person, there was just like a clear message like, oh, they're thinking about you like that too. So, yeah. I kind of wonder for some of you if it's like you feel this way about this person, but you haven't communicated that. You're not really sure if they're thinking along those same lines, or are they just like thinking that you guys are like friends or acquaintances or something. It's like, do they ever go to that place? Yeah, they do. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. I kind of want to pull some more energy because there's more messages coming out. I feel like, especially if this is something really new, or if this is like a crush of yours or something, I feel like that energy is balanced and reciprocated very nicely, because there might not be a whole lot of energy there. There might not be a lot of history there, a lot of background, a lot of things that have happened between the two of you. So it's really like, I feel like if they're on your mind, you're on their mind as well. But for some of you with a little more history, there's like more messages coming out with this Justice card. There's kind of this message of like the truth coming out, or wanting the truth to be known. There's also this message of cause and effect that is, it's making me think that this person might, it's making me think there might be something that this person regrets, or something that this person is thinking a lot about in terms of what actions they took when it comes to this connection. And I just want to pull more energy to feel what that is, because this could be regret, but this could also just be observation. I'll get to that. Let's see. Ace of Wands. Okay. 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 This might not have anything to do with you, to be honest. For some of you, it does. So this idea of cause and effect that's happening here. I'm not sure if I pointed out Libra energy here. I think I did. We've got fire sign energy here, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, with the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is talking about new beginnings. It's talking about moving forward. And so there is kind of this feeling that this person, when they think of you, because we're coming out with the Justice card, if you're thinking about them, they're thinking about you. It is balanced. It is reciprocated. And there's this feeling that there's not the opportunity, or there's no way to move forward, to go on to the future, if we don't account for what has taken place in the past. Because with the Justice card, we have this feeling of cause and effect. So there is kind of the thought that I feel like this person is really there might be kind of in their mind the expectation on your part, thinking that you have the expectation that something in the past has to be accounted for, something has to be recognized, something has to be resolved and balanced out from the past. But this can be their own thoughts too. This can be them realizing things are going to have to be worked out before we can move forward. And this could even have something to do with something that happened in their past before you. This could be like childhood things that need to be resolved, issues that came up for them in past relationships that need to be resolved. This could even be like a piece of their past that lingers in their current life that has to be resolved. But there's kind of this feeling of there's no chance of successfully moving on to the future. And there is, with the Ace of Wands, a feeling of a bright future, a feeling of a future that is exciting. But there is kind of this feeling of, if we don't account for what took place in the past, we can't really move on to the future. So there's a lot of potential here, but there is kind of this feeling of being held accountable, and also having our feelings accounted for. Wow, I feel like they're really like there's really a message here. So this person either feels like they might need to take responsibility for something that happened between the two of you, or that your expectation is that they will. Or they really have started to see that there's something in their past that they need to account for. It's kind of like this feeling of, if they don't acknowledge this thing that was very hurtful to them in their past. This could be like something that happened in their childhood, like I was saying. If they don't acknowledge how hurtful that was, this could even be with the Justice card. This could be something that had to do with a legal issue. So this could be like their parents getting a divorce. This could have affected them watching their parents fight, or working through a custody agreement or something like that. This could have affected them. This could also be past relationships, hurt that they have faced. It's kind of like, I feel like they're starting to realize that they may be carrying some of that hurt with them, and that they're kind of approaching all of their relationships and interactions carrying that weight. And there's this feeling of, if they don't account for these feelings, if they don't get in touch with these feelings, then it's just going to keep cropping up. It's just going to keep affecting and almost tainting the future. And it's like the desire here is the Ace of Wands. This is a passionate new beginning. This is a really inspired new beginning. So this is showing me something that this person would be excited to move forward to. But almost like it taints that bright and alive energy if the past isn't accounted for. So really interesting here. This could have a lot to do with communication. I'm so drawn to the sword on the Justice card here, and that the sword is actually being used to balance these scales. So this could be about communication balancing the scales. And this could be because maybe the communication has been one-sided. It could be because maybe there was something this person needed to say, needed to communicate about, needed to open up about, needed to be honest about, and they weren't. So yeah, I feel like their mind is kind of around these issues of balancing the scales, accounting for what has happened and what effect it had, and actually communicating about it. This can even talk about communication of passion. So if this is kind of if this has been a one-sided situation, I feel like this is a romantic connection for a lot of you, but honestly, it doesn't have to be, because this can be speaking of this person's like love and devotion, passion in that way. And it's like, if they didn't speak up about this, and if that is what caused this relationship to be one-sided or to be out of balance in some way, they're thinking a lot about that. Six of Wands. There's more passion, more fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. So that can be talking about this person or you. You may be a fire sign. Also Libra energy here. This can be their energy, fire sign energy. I would also pay attention to like months that are associated with fire signs. That's kind of coming out here. So like something significant may have happened in Aries season. in Leo season, in Sagittarius season, which we are currently in. That might be significant in your connection. There's kind of this, there's this desire to make things right, to have this success with the Six of Wands here. We've got two very clear yeses here with the Ace of Wands and the Six of Wands. Like I was saying, the Justice card, it can kind of go either way when we're asking a yes or no question. It can kind of go either way. I feel like if this person is, if there's a moral issue here in your connection, and this could be how they treated you, they could be having kind of a moral dilemma about the way that they treated you. They could be having a moral dilemma about the feelings that they have for you. And this might have to do with you and someone else. There might be kind of a moral dilemma between you and another person. Yes, third-party situation could be a thing here, but it doesn't have to be. This could even be like a friend or a family member. Like they may feel like they've come between you and someone else. They might feel like this connection was challenged by an outside party, and maybe that's just about learning how to balance these things. But there's kind of this feeling of like wanting that victory, wanting to figure out how to balance this out. But yeah, the moral issue, that's what I was talking about. This person might have some sort of moral issue or conflict. They may feel, I don't know. I don't know why this person would have a moral issue, so you would know that. You would know why. I think you would know why if this is a moral issue. So this person, they might feel like it's not right for them to have feelings for you, or that they would have to turn their attention away from something else. This could even be work. They might feel that they'd have to choose. If this has raised some sort of moral dilemma for them, this is kind of their thought process. This is how they're trying to balance things out. This is what comes to mind when they think of this connection. I feel like there's this element of public recognition and success that's coming through with this. So I feel like this person, it's like they may have taken a hit to their self-confidence when it comes to this connection. Either they felt rejected by you, or they're not sure about how you feel about them, and it's like they want this reassurance. But there's also kind of this feeling that they might want the two of you to be official in some way, or for everyone to know that the two of you are together, or that the two of you are, I'm hearing, back together. And I feel like this might have to do with changing the way they are perceived in your eyes or in the eyes of others. So this might even be back to this justice energy. This might be that they're not proud of something that they've done, and they need to take responsibility or accountability for a way that they've behaved. And it's like they don't want you to see them as this person who behaved in this way that they're not proud of. This can also have to do with the way other people are seeing them. So I feel like this is especially true if they've kind of gotten themselves in a situation where it's not just you that might look at them differently, but it's like friends and family. You could, for instance, be in a situation where your friends don't really like this person anymore because of the way that they treated you, or because of some of the actions that they took, maybe even the way that they left this connection, or maybe your family doesn't like this person very much anymore. Kind of apply this to how it fits your situation, because this can even be in your eyes, but I feel like this person wants to kind of restore their status in the eyes of either you and or other people in your life. They want that kind of like that recognition of them being like a good person, them doing the right thing, them balancing things out, and kind of creating this energy of a success, like making this work. It's very, very interesting energy. I can see this applying to a lot of different types of connections. So I'm trying to read the cards like, just in a way where you can kind of understand it and apply it to your situation, because I feel like this could have to do with a lot of different things. And this does somehow, for this person, it has to do with how they are seen. They want you to see them in the highest regard, and they want other people to see them that way as well, especially if they are close to you. So it's very interesting. I feel like they also know that they have a ways to go. Like, they know that this is a journey. But it's like they want that victory. They want to see that victory ahead. They want to make progress. And there is this element of wanting to build their confidence as well. I don't know what that's about. Yeah. I feel like there's something here too about them listening to their gut, listening to their instincts, and that it's like almost that they feel it's important for them to act now. With this Ace of Wands energy, it's important for them to not stay in a place of analyzing this to death, planning it, looking things up, like figuring out roundabout ways. There's this feeling of needing to be very direct and to just take action, and like they're well aware that there's no guarantee of anything. So I don't know if this is like a situation where you might not be open to hearing from this person, but it's like with the Ace, there's potential, but not a guarantee. And they recognize this, but they want that victory. I want to look now at what this person's energy toward you is. So how are they viewing you? What is their energy toward you in this connection? We have the Peacock. Air energy with the Peacock. And we have Libra with the Justice. So Libra may be very significant here. Libra's season might be significant. Yeah. We also have other air sign energy. Sorry, there's so many messages coming through right now. We also have other air sign energy here too with the Peacock. So we're also dealing with Aquarius and Gemini energy. I'm going to open this up a little bit more. The Peacock is such a symbol of beauty, and not just outer beauty. This is also mainly about inner beauty. So this person sees you as someone who's beautiful inside and out. I feel like that's part of why they are drawn to you. And it really is about more. I do see that there's like this attraction, and there's some acknowledgement of like physical beauty here, and aesthetic. I don't know why it's coming through like that, but it's like something about your aesthetic that this person's really drawn to, and when they think of you, they think of that. It's interesting with this sand, like you might have a certain like a certain way of dressing. It's kind of coming through as like a lot of neutrals and things like that, but with the Peacock, that's just the opposite. So really, I think this is about like your vibe, your energy, and your style really comes to mind when this person thinks of you, and just like your whole aesthetic. It's like, it's contagious. There's something about it that they're very drawn to, but there's really this feeling of like acknowledgement of this inner beauty, of like what a beautiful person you are on the inside, of how that beauty, that's like, it's like your beauty shines from within, and they really think about this. So there's this feeling of like kindness and compassion. I feel like you really listen. There's something so intent about this Peacock stare, and there's just like, I feel like this person feels that you really listen. Things don't just slip by you. You pay attention to the details of like the individual person. You pay attention to the smallest little, like these tiny grains of sand, like the smallest little details you pay attention to, and you really hear and watch for indications about like who people are. This is something that's coming to mind for this person. So they must really feel seen and heard by you. This is, for some of you, even something that this person's missing about you. Peacock energy can also talk about like honor and respect, integrity, which is making me think about this Justice energy. There might be something this person feels like they weren't acting in their integrity about, something they didn't handle appropriately. And there is kind of that feeling like we have to account for the past. And this could be about an apology or making something right. Yeah. Yeah. It's making sense, because when we're talking about honor and integrity, we're also talking about learning lessons. So the peacock, one of the main things that the peacock teaches is that it's almost, sometimes it can feel like it's forcing us to learn lessons from the past, or to learn from our past experiences. And I think that's what's going on with this person. They're learning from the way that they've handled things in the past. They might even be regretting the way that they've handled things in the past. They're learning how that played out, cause and effect, justice. So I acted this way and this was the effect, and I'm not really sure that I that I can stand behind that. So there's kind of this feeling of, taking accountability for something, seeing it as an opportunity to grow. So if there was some obstacle, seeing that obstacle as an opportunity to grow. I keep hearing with this sisterhood, so crazy. Peacock energy is very masculine energy, but there's something here coming through about a sisterhood or about a group. Oh, the Six of Wands and the family. Okay, this wow. I don't know what this is about. This is your friends, your family members. There's some reference to like a group that surrounds you or something. And I feel like this is going back to that energy of this person wanting to kind of repair their image or their reputation around something. And this could also be talking about like your close group of friends. I feel like for some of you, if you have a really close group of friends, or you have a lot of sisters or siblings in general, I feel like there might be kind of an element of this person feeling like your friends or your family members don't like them, or they need to win them over, or they need to win them back, something like that. And they feel like you're very protected. This could also be an energy of this person not feeling like they can get to you. They might feel like there's people standing in the way, maybe people who want to protect you, or people who can influence the situation in some way. Very interesting. Very interesting energy. And with the peacock, we're talking about processing energy. So I feel like this person's processing a lot about the past. And it's allowing them to kind of like process past pain, past hurt, past disappointment, so that their actions going forward can be more in alignment with who they want to be. The issue I'm seeing here is that the sand energy really represents something that is very slow, that's gradual, something that's coming bit by bit, piece by piece. And this could be that it's taking a long time for this person to kind of assimilate all of this, to figure things out, or it's taking them a long time to figure out how to make this situation right, or how to tell the truth about how they're feeling. With the Justice card, we have this feeling of the truth coming out. So it could be it's taking them a long time, or they're having to do this in stages somehow. So this could be someone you don't see often, or you don't talk to often, and they're having to try to put these pieces together, try to reveal their truth bit by bit. And it's like there's a little bit of guilt or worry about this. So there might be guilt that it's taking them so long. There also might be worry that, well, I guess the same thing, worry that it's taking them so long, or worry that they have to kind of work in these stages. Like, I'm kind of just getting this image of like people who run into each other, and in passing, it's like this person tries to say a lot or tries to do a lot. They try to convey a message in passing really fast. And they might feel like, I don't have enough time. We have the hourglass here. So maybe there's not really enough time for them to convey everything that they want to, for their truth to really be known. And it's like this feeling of guilt or concern about this. Like it's taking too long, and time might run out. It's kind of how that's coming through. Time might run out. I might not have these opportunities forever or for much longer. So let's use your tarot deck. I want to look at, did we have any, you know, I do want to point something out with the Justice card being card 11. I feel like if there's anything significant to you around the number 11, maybe seeing 11 all the time, this might be significant in this connection. Not only is this card 11, but we also have the Ace of Wands, which an ace would be 1. If we take that a step further, the Ace of Wands, if you actually picture a wand and 1 wand, that actually looks like an 11 again. So you could have repeating 11s going on 11, 11. November 11th might be significant. November 1st might be significant. Also a message about January. So January and November might be significant somehow. Birthday. And your deck just exploded. Right as I thought birthday. So that might be significant. I want to look at why this person is thinking of you now. So you might know why. This could be somebody that you just met recently. But let's look at what's kind of coming up for them. What's making them think of you. I just heard, see that 1111 thing. I feel like as soon as I started asking the question, what brings you to mind for this person? It could be that connection to a number sequence that's bringing you to mind for this person. Let's see. 2 of Pentacles, Strength, 2 of Wands. Okay. We're talking a lot about balance with the Justice card, and you have 2 2s. So that might be the repeating number sequence. If that's present in this connection, this person might think of you often when they see 222 or when they see 1111 or 111. You see this Strength card, it's like, wow, the way this is depicted. Strength is about a lot of inner strength, a lot of determination. It's about growth. Sometimes painful growth. I feel like this card illustrates this growth and this kind of like fierce inner strength that's being born within a person. And it's like, it can be a struggle. But the evolution is worth it. I feel like this has a lot to do with why this person is thinking of you now, or what brings you to mind. This person may be a Leo. We have a lot of fire energy going on here. More wands with this 2 of Wands. They might be a Leo. I feel like there's something about a decision here, and this person may think of you when they think about this decision that they made, or when they think about a change or decision that they need to make, because there's this energy of balancing. I even see this energy of balance with the hourglass here in the Sand card. So this is coming up over and over again. There might be a particular, yes, that's what it is. Guys, I'm missing it. I'm totally missing it. I'm getting the numbers, so I feel like there is a particular time that this person sees that makes them think of you, and I don't know what that's about, like if that's a time on the clock or if it's a time of the year. But with this hourglass, there's this kind of, this feeling of time or timing, and that makes this person think of you. And this might be something to do with 2s. There's some decision that they're making, or a decision that they've come to, and it's like every time they think about this, they think of you. They're trying to balance something out. They're trying to choose between 2 things and figure out how to move forward. For some of you, this person's trying to choose between their past and their future, and that can be very literal. For some, it's very literal. For others, this is about they're choosing if they want to remain in the past, remain in the past hurt, remain in their past limitations, or if they want to move forward to a bright future. I'm going to look at this bottom of the deck energy. No, are you kidding me? 2 of Swords. 2, 2, 2. Yeah. Wheel of Fortune under here. Yeah. There's a decision. Every time they think about a choice that they made, they think about you. And so this can be regret. This can be a decision that they made in the past, and every time they think about it, there's something they want to change. There's some truth about this decision they want to tell you. There's some way they want to balance this out. Wow. Wow. I'm kind of overwhelmed with all of that. That's crazy. So yeah, I feel like there's a choice. There's some sort of balance. And that's mainly what they're thinking about. They could have made a decision that they regret. And there's this feeling of wanting to make it right with the Six of Wands. Let's get some messages from this person before we close out. So I'm going to try to just pull a card from each of these decks that I pulled out. I said that, of course, in reading 1, 2, and that's not how it went, because often that's not how it goes, and we get a lot of messages, but whatever messages need to come through for you, that's what I want to have happen, so we'll see. Oh, I know I messed everything up. This is about a decision that they made. They don't really feel like it was the right decision necessarily. I feel like there's this like wondering if they could go back, turn back the clock. Could they go back? And I feel like for some of you, this is just about like wanting to go back and redo the last interaction that they had with you. They might feel like they put their foot in their mouth, or like they weren't clear. There is kind of this feeling of this person wants to communicate something really clearly to you, and they might feel that they didn't do it. And I get this feeling of like, oh, they're kind of beating themselves up about, like, I should have said more. I should have been more clear. I should have just said it plainly. Like, almost like they had the choice. And I just have this feeling that, like, sometimes when presented with the option, they kind of go with the choice that they later, looking back, they were like, I wish I had gone with the other option. Why didn't I say this? Why didn't I do that other thing? Like, if there was only 2 things to do, why didn't I do the other one? Is kind of the feeling that I get. I love your smile. Oh my goodness. So there's like a visual component with this. I feel like along with what makes this person think of you, I feel like it's very visual. So this could be something to do with your looks, your smile particularly. I think this person loves to make you smile, but I feel like remembering like times that they made you laugh, or just thinking about like literally your face, like just thinking about you. It brings back a lot of memories for them. We have here, I don't have the courage, and underneath that is, I regret some of the choices I've made. So we're talking a lot about choices, and yeah, there might be a little bit of regret there, even about something that was left unsaid. And I feel like if they didn't say something, it does come back to having the courage to do it. When we talk about the Strength card, we're talking about courage. And we're also talking about pride. So this could be about them needing to set their pride aside, having the courage to speak up, having the courage to make a decision. Let's get one last message for you. Did that just flip? Okay. Wow. I feel like your reading got wild. Just straighten things up a little bit. What do we have? We have seek stability. Yeah, that balance. This person's looking to balance things out somehow. I feel like seek stability is so appropriate here because, like when this scale is sitting, like, what's the word I'm looking for? When this scale is level, it's more stable that way. Like this feels more stable. If we tip this scale, it starts to feel a little wobbly. I feel like that's what this person is looking for, is stability here, seeking this place of balance with you, this place where something can be solidified, where something can be built on a solid foundation. There is something about choice here. We have partnership. I don't know why you had so many cards. Romance. This is a romantic connection for some of you. A romantic partnership for some of you. And it's interesting that you have fun here. And we also have I love your smile. So yeah, this person, it's something like I feel like the two of you have this energy together. Like you make each other laugh. You kind of understand each other. And this person loves to make you laugh, or they love to see you happy. And we also have allow. I feel like that one word is speaking so much to this person's transformation with the strength energy here. And also kind of this energy of allowing this to happen, allowing this choice to be made, allowing this change and this transformation. I feel like for some of you, and I just have to say this really quick, I feel like there might be kind of this feeling that this person wouldn't be allowed to reach out to you, that you wouldn't be open to hearing from them. So there might be, I for some reason feel like this is almost a plea. This person wants you to allow them to make it right in some way, or to be open to them. Is kind of how that's coming through. So very interesting. You may have cut them off. For some of you, you may have cut them off. This time may have run out. And it's like there's this desire. There's this desire for you to allow them to come back into your life, or to hear them out in some way. So yeah, I think, thank you so much for hanging out with me. If you enjoyed this reading, if you resonated with any of these messages, don't forget to like the video, leave me a comment down below, and hit subscribe if you feel like it. And hopefully I will see you again in another reading really soon. Bye.